street, Little Italy. Hangs with his pals, yeah, that's where he'll be. It's Vinny, a friend of mine. Stand-up guy from the Lower East Side. Take it from me, he's one of a kind. It's Vinny Valentine.
Who's better than you? You know, tonight we have a hell of an audience.
Yes, we do.
I said audience. Besides audience.
Audience and
a group.
Oh my gosh.
Man, these guys are great. I went to go see them not too long ago. I think it was about 3 or 4 months ago.
Okay.
And they were so good that
You had to bring them on.
I got their number and brought them on. And normally I start off the show with topics, but I think I'm in enough trouble.
After last week's show?
Yeah, well, I'm in enough trouble. So I'm always bad-mouthing everybody. I'm going to give it a break tonight. But don't worry, I'm going to do it on the next show. Meanwhile, tonight,
Yes.
we have, first of all, Mariana.
You almost forgot.
No, I might not always remember, but I never forget.
Hi,
this
Vinny.
is Mariana.
Good
the host
evening,
of my
everyone.
show.
Hello.
There you go.
Thank you, Vinny.
And thank you. Sure, you're welcome. And I also recorded that one.
you.
And so tonight we have a hell of a show. We have a group called Randy and the Rainbows.
Yes, we do.
Oh,
Very
man.
exciting.
And they bring back memories for me.
Absolutely.
Now, in the audience, we have a few that are a little younger, a lot younger. Might not remember the sound, but they like the music anyway. So please, give them a nice hand, because they came from afar.
We're
Randy
so
and
lucky
the
to have
Rainbows.
them. Randy and the
There you go.
Rainbows.
All right.
Come true. You know how much you mean to me. Say I'm the boy that you care for, the boy who's in your diary. Do you recall and make note of all those little things I say and do? The name you on the line, I'm hoping that it's mine. And darling, I am so in love with you. Please don't make me blue. Make all my dreams come true. You know how much you mean to me. Say I'm the boy that you care. Diary. Darling, tell me I'm the one you write about. Thank you very much.
Yeah, right. I guess while we're at it, we'll do one more.
We do a cappella, right?
And then we'll come to sit with you for a half hour or so. Look at the look on his face.
We can kill that in
I
an
stunned
hour.
him.
I know, right?
A little a cappella tune from, I guess it might be your hometown, Belmont Avenue?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So sorry.
Right now.
To spend one night with you in our rendezvous. Sherry, I love you so. That's my desire, desire. Whoa, 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 to hear you whisper love. Just when it's time to go. Sherry, I love you so. That's my desire. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
To sip on
Sha-da-doo-wop, 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 sha-da-da, 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 sha-da-doo-wop, sha-da-doo-wop, sha-da-da, pressing on mine. Whoa, 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 to spend one night with you in our rendezvous. Sherry, I love you so. That's my desire. Sherry, Sherry, whoa, 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 desire, desire, whoa, 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 desire, desire, whoa, 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 desire.
Thank you.
You can come and join us. We're so lucky to have you. That was absolutely gorgeous.
This music really brings back memories. Brings back such great memories.
Randy.
Pleasure.
Brings back such great
Such a
memories
pleasure.
when I used to get in trouble.
That's true.
I'm still getting in trouble.
You and me both.
I can't say it. No. Anyway, that they bring back such great memories. Let me introduce them. We got Randy, Frank, we got Tony, and we got Charlie. There you go. All right.
Thank you.
Absolutely wonderful.
Now, how long have you guys been all together?
Been together? About 50 years or so.
About 50 years.
But we can trace back Randy and the Rainbows to the Dialtones
That's
from
right.
1959.
Wait a minute, time out. How do you know?
Yeah,
I
that,
don't know. It comes to me.
We actually, my brother and myself actually started with a girl lead singer and our cousin Eddie, and we called ourselves the Dialtones, and that was in 1959 when I was 11 years old at the time.
No, wait, 1959 is when I was put in reform school.
See?
There you
And you were
go.
how old?
We're 11 years old.
And I was 12.
My God,
Yeah.
I'm surprised I never got to see you in there.
Well, you were there too?
No, close, but not. I didn't hit the jackpot like that.
Anyway, I know I was put away 1959, March 1st, 1959, and I got out June. What's today? 24th.
Yes.
And today was 55 years ago that I left that place.
God bless you.
June 24th, 1961.
God bless
Well, there you go.
deserve it.
We're happy happy for you to be out.
That's right, definitely.
And you're going back
Hey, if
tomorrow.
he wasn't out, we wouldn't be here
There
tonight.
you go. There you go.
Oh,
But the initial inception of Randy and the Rainbows was in 1963, more
Yes,
or less?
yes.
Yeah.
Hey, she knows more about us than we do.
So how did this all come about? What sparked your
Oh, my God.
inspiration?
Well, it was funny. After we had the Dialtones, and the songs we had were, well, Till I Heard From You and Johnny. It was a neighborhood like Brooklyn, because that's where we were from originally. And it was like a Brooklyn hit, you know. And the girl, Rosalie, at the time, she didn't want to sing anymore. She said, I had enough of the business, because, you know, the way it was back then. Everybody got screwed, you know. I mean, well, show up here, and then you wind up showing up, and you're lucky if you made your money, you know. We're a little short, so take $100. And we, well, you know, $500, $600, $1,000.
that's still happening today.
Of course, of course.
You know?
But you know, that's what was going on, and she had enough of it, and she said, I'm done. So we wound up trying another lead singer at the time, because we were with George Goldner, who actually produced the Frankie Lyman and Teenagers, the Flamingos, Little Anthony and the Imperials. Mostly
We've had them on
everybody.
the show, right? Little Anthony.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yes, you're right.
mostly everybody at that time, he produced. He was one of the biggest people in the business in the you know, 50s, early 60s or so. I mean, he ran the record companies like Don Kirshner and everyone else at the time, you know. And we started. We said forget about it with the girl, because she didn't make it with us. You know, when something clicks, it clicks.
Absolutely.
Well, it didn't. You know, and we turned around and we left Brooklyn. We moved to Maspeth. And of course, I met new friends. And I had told my brother I got like 3 singers, friends of mine that I hang around with, and we got a decent harmony. You know, it's really tight. And I'd like for you to join the group. Well, what happened? Another friend of mine had another group, and his name was Marty Farrell. He became a DJ later on. Well, in the '60s, he wound up becoming a country and West End DJ. And we had a group, and his manager, you know, knew this gentleman, Neil Levinson, at the time, who knew the Tokens. And Neil Levinson used to hang around with, like, Denise LaFrac, you know, LaFrac City and all.
Sure.
Yeah, and he had a crush on her real bad. And, you know, so he turns around. Well, he was at the piano one day at her house, and she said, Neil, you write for so many different groups, and why don't you write a song for me? And he said, well, I think I got one for you. And he just started playing Denise, but not the way we did it.
What was the name of it?
The name
Denise.
Denise.
No, it was different.
Well, it was
Different name.
different.
At that point, it
Yeah.
was a different name.
I think it was
He changed the
her eyes, like the blue eyes, you know. And then he wound up changing it to like Denise, but he did it slow, like you know.
That's a great song.
Thank you.
I love that
Well,
one.
he did it, and when we heard it, it was like,
It was a ballad.
what? Yeah, and like what? Yeah, like what do you want to do with it? And we met Neil Levinson. He heard the group. He fell in love with the group right away. He said, "He's got to sound like a Four Seasons type thing, you know."
Which you toured with the Four
Yeah,
Seasons.
yeah. And it was funny because we went down the basement of one of the guys' houses, and we said, let's do it like the Four Seasons did Sherry. We were stopping.
Wow, yeah.
So we were doing that, and for like 8 hours down the basement, just coming up with different ideas. We came up with the song the way it is, except for the beginning. Ooh. That was when we got together with the Tokens, because they produced the Randy and the Rainbows.
The Tokens are still around.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that sounded great.
Jay Siegel's still
The Tokens were the ones that say
The Lion.
Sleep.
Yeah, that's
Lion
right.
Sleeps
The
Tonight.
Lion.
Right.
Tonight I Fell in Love. Many songs. You know, Portrait of My Love. But they fell in love with the group, and they told us, we went to their house, and they lived at the time near Coney Island. was
Ocean
it?
Parkway.
Ocean Parkway. Right across the street from Abraham Lincoln High School. So we went to their house. We went down to their house, and they says, let's start the song off with like, ooh. So we fell right into the harmony. They said, now that's it. Now it sounds like an organ type thing, you know. So with that, we wound up doing it, and we recorded it. And you know, at that time, when you recorded, you had to finish the record. So beautiful. We had the record done. They brought it up to Laurie Records. Laurie Records loved it. They said, we got a hit here. So we want you to go back in and add more ooze. So now here we go.
You really like the ooze.
Yeah.
I finally met somebody that talks as much as me.
Right? Well, the thing.
That's
We're
okay.
learning
That's
the
all
whole
right.
history of the
keep going.
group.
So the thing that was funny about it, we had to go back into the studio again now and do the song all over. Because, it's not like today when you go in, you can say, well, okay, we're going to cut this out, we're going to splice this in.
Right.
And you just do it. And most of the time, if you do it once, they'll repeat that over here, they'll put it over here, they'll put it there, wherever, so you don't have to do it. You could sing
Now,
it
you
once.
guys performed all over.
All over, and loving it.
Vegas?
Vegas.
Vegas.
We're supposed to go back there, hopefully.
Yeah.
There's 3 agents working on it to put us back in Vegas for next year. We're keeping our fingers crossed, and hopefully it'll work because, like, the last time we were there was about 15 years or more.
You do any cruises? Like,
We're doing a cruise supposedly next year in May to the Bahamas.
oh, that's good.
So we're keeping our fingers crossed for that. We all got our passports except the old guy here, my brother, and the young guy, I think, right next to him.
That's funny.
But it was funny.
It's in the mail, they said.
It's in the mail.
But they got to go back
my
to
check.
Columbus to find mine.
Right. Because he was born in a house in
I
Brooklyn.
wasn't born in the
that?
hospital.
My brother.
Yeah.
He wasn't born in a
So you gotta get his
hospital.
birth certificate first.
I got to get my birth certificate with my mother and father's name on it,
Is that something?
which never happened.
You can't do a cruise without a
Well,
passport.
to where we're going.
Because
They
they're
changed it.
traveling.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, to
They
where we're
changed
going.
it
They
now.
changed it. You could have years back because we've
Right
done.
now it's
We did
different.
about 6
Now
or
they
Security.
changed it.
Yeah, because we
Now you
did.
need the passport.
need the
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we did like 6 or 7 cruises, and all we did was bring our birth certificate. So
Yeah.
my birth certificate
Yeah.
was so stamped up that they said time to get a new
I
one.
couldn't see your face anymore.
Yeah,
I told
so
them-
now,
Yeah,
you know,
14.
I says, you mean you look at me, I look like a foreigner? Do I sound like a foreigner?
and I'm surprised. I'm surprised that Charlie on the end got his because
Oh,
it was funny. We went, where was it, to Florida last
so
month or
road
so?
travel, yeah.
And we're going to Florida.
You
And,
don't have to show a passport there.
no, just your driver's license.
Right.
Well, his driver's license looks like a terrorist. I mean, he has
had a
he
beard.
had a beard coming down like this.
Oh,
so
no,
it was,
Charlie.
so it's funny. I'm over there, and I'm,
See if you can get a close. No, you don't want to show your license.
I was joking.
no.
I was joking. And I'm saying, did you take that thing
Remember
out of your
9/11?
shoes?
Oh
I hate
boy.
to
Pass that down.
Oh boy.
Now tell
Yeah,
me he
that's-
doesn't.
why I get
Tell me he
stopped.
doesn't look like
Oh, March
Look at
Pep.
this.
right.
Hey, I'll cover it on right up.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can get a close up of that one.
Right. Look at that. Now tell me if you could get a close up of this. Look at that
was
shot.
Vinny, show it on this camera. Vinny,
Which
this
camera?
one, right here to your left.
Take a look at that
He's ready to
that
lock
mug.
up now.
This camera? Am I on the right camera?
No,
What?
not anymore.
There it is. There it is. It's coming. Now look at
Clear it
that
up,
mug.
clear it up.
That is
You
a
do.
picture, Charlie.
What's that guy? Is it Harry something? Oh my.
Looks
like
They
a-
stop me all the
I
time.
felt a little funny when I was coming back from Finland. Had a sugar donut.
Oh my
And I had a little
God.
sugar on my nose, and they pulled me off the line.
Yeah.
We won't even get through that.
Anyways, Charlie and Tony, how did you both join the group? I know you've been together for such a long time with the original members, but
Yeah.
was it an audition?
We
How did that
auditioned, it's about 19 years now that
Yes.
with Randy and Frank.
I see.
And
So you guys are the newcomers to the group?
Yeah, New
Yes.
York, but like 19.
Well,
19 years.
Somewhat of the
During the years, we did work together with their group and our group, and take it, guys.
Yeah, a friend of ours, Ed Angle, has a label called Crystal Ball Records. He always knew that I wanted to be in a big name group or something. So he called me up. I had Anthony with me, and he says I need 2 guys. Randy needs 2 guys. Called us up, we auditioned, and here we are. Ever since.
that's it.
So
There's
first-
the story.
we
The
fit
first
in.
rehearsal we had with them went, perfect.
Are you satisfied with what you got now?
Oh my
yeah.
God. Very. They're the type of guys you like to work with. They're not a bunch of clowns. They got class in their act.
Yeah.
They could stay on key, thank God. Because there's not too many. Well, the other guys weren't too
Well,
favorable
I'm
with that.
satisfied
But
with Mariana.
Oh, without a
And
doubt.
we're both actors, and we are able to swing our hours around. Like,
Right. We're able to manage and
Yeah,
that's
yes.
it.
Yeah, I'm always doing movies.
Right.
I'm involved with 2 of them right
We
now.
multitask.
She's involved.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
So we're always, she's always auditioning
Nice.
and grabbing parts left and right.
Beautiful.
Great.
That's the way to
Great.
do it.
That is the way to do it. I mean, when it's your passion, you just have to follow it through no
Without
matter
a
what.
doubt,
That's
without a
true.
doubt, and you don't stop. I mean,
You
with
don't.
us through the years, it wasn't just a doo-wop. We were actually the last group to have a hit record with the doo-wop. And with that, we wound up going to the disco. When the disco era was out, we did the disco. We had hair
In the
down to,
70s?
we had hair down to here. I mean, I had hair over here. It was long, and we did hard rock. At the time, recorded hard rock under another name, and then we wound up going out on stage, do a show of hard rock, take out our hair, put it behind it, tuck it down the back, put the tuxedo on, and do Randy and the Rainbows.
Unbelievable.
And the people would love it. I mean, they
Yeah.
went crazy over it.
With this show, with our show, occasionally, like maybe once a month, once every 6 weeks, we always bring an oldie group in, a doo-wop group, and because I try to keep the oldies alive.
Oh, yeah,
Of
thank you for
course,
that.
you have
I mean,
to. It's
if
where
we
the
didn't have
music
people
comes
like
from.
you doing that, we wouldn't be here right now. I mean,
But it's remarkable that you've kept on going with so much success for so long, for over 50 years.
That's luck because of the people out there,
Yeah.
I mean, and with him keeping it
course.
alive, it's if they didn't come to see the shows, we wouldn't be doing it. Because I would say, we had the hit in 1963. We had a few more in there from up until 1967. What happened after that? It started dying, And that was when we actually started going into like the hard rock stuff.
I see.
And then the disco. When the disco came out, we completely went disco. And I mean, we had records on Millennium Records, Casablanca, Infinity, and they're hard to get today.
But you
because-
did do a medley with the Frankie Valli and
Four
the
Seasons.
Four Seasons. You
Oh,
did
we
a medley in
that.
1984.
Yeah, we've done-
So you
in
transitioned back.
Right, in 1984, we did a medley for Frankie. And Frankie loved it. And Paul McCartney was funny. I didn't even know that he owned some of Frankie Valli's music.
Oh.
And he
I
had
didn't know
called
that
and he
either.
said, gentlemen, I want to just let you know, I like the job you did on Frankie's stuff, And like, who is this? It's Paul McCartney. I went like, okay, like,
That is
never
incredible.
expected that. Yeah, never expected that. But
So you think Paul McCartney's got a few dollars?
he's got a few.
Just a little bit.
I'd like to have the few he has, I mean,
Would you throw yours away and take his?
oh yeah.
Well, I'll tell you how good we're doing here. I'm loving this interview with all of you and finding out everything that you've been telling us. But when you're having a good time, time goes fast.
Oh, it sure does.
And I just got the signal that we
Okay.
only have so much time left. So is it possible that we could possibly get you up there?
Of course,
and do another song?
of course.
Thank you
One last
so
note.
much.
We were on tour with the Four Seasons for 10 days. And believe me, they didn't do any steps like what you'd see in the movie
Oh,
or
what
on
you see
TV.
on
Yeah.
Broadway
In the
right
play.
now?
Oh, they did.
They
They stand
stood
there and play.
right there, and they sang
And they
exactly
sang.
like their records.
Oh, and,
But when I seen it
Great.
on TV,
And they
the
sounded
movie,
great.
what's all these steps they do? They never
Right.
did that.
you know,
They have to beef it up.
you got to
Well, you got
update.
my number.
I
Anytime
definitely-
you feel like coming back, you let me know.
Oh, no
and
problem.
during the year, like if we take a break, something like that, we show reruns.
Oh,
We'll put it on
beautiful.
again. Plus, this will go on YouTube.
Yes.
So everybody will see it.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Okay.
That's what
Thank
we
you
need.
so much
Thank
for
you.
joining
Thank you.
us.
Thank you
It
for having us.
It was our
And we'll
pleasure.
give you one more.
Thank
We
you,
gotta-
Randy.
we gotta
Thank
do
you,
one more.
everyone. Randy, Frank, Tony, and Charlie. Thank you so much.
Here we go, guys.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks, Charlie.
Oh, Denise, Scooby-Doo, I'm in love with you, Denise, Scooby-Doo. I'm in love with you, Denise, Scooby-Doo. I'm in love with you. Denise, Denise, oh, with your eyes so blue, Denise, Denise. I've got a crush on you, Denise, Denise. I'm so in love with you. Oh, when Denise. I'm so in love with you. Did it, and Jana, Jana, 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 did it, and Jana, Jana. And I'm so lucky 'cause I found a girl like you. Oh, Denise, Scooby-Doo, I'm in love with you, Denise, Scooby-Doo. I'm in love with you, Denise, Scooby-Doo. I'm in love with you. Denise, Denise, so won't you hold my tight? Denise, Denise, oh, can we kiss my night? Denise, Denise, I'm so in love with you. Everybody, join in. Oh, Denise, Scooby-Doo, I'm in love with you, Denise, Scooby-Doo. I'm in love with you, Denise, Scooby-Doo. I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you. Thank you so much.
Elizabeth Street, Little Italy. Hangs with his pals, yeah, that's where he'll be. It's Vinny, a friend of mine. Stand-up guy from the Lower East Side. Take it from me, he's one of a kind. It's Vinny Valentine.